It is what it is, huh? It is what it is. I got some watermelon, right? Watermelon's good. Everyone likes watermelon, I think. Right? We are down to 3 matches, and it's a little breezy out. I had more, but she cooked something on the grill. And when I came home, she's like, "Oh, you think I used most of your matches?" Sorry. Typical woman bullshit. So anyways, this cigar was given to us graciously by our brother Gio. Much appreciated. Thank you, brother. It is in Toro. Now, he didn't know nothing about it. And I didn't know nothing about it either. And then after looking up some stuff, apparently it's, obviously it's a small boutique brand. But that's in name only because small boutique brands don't make their own cigars. It's a cigar made by Plasencia. And that put me at ease. Now, the question is, just because it's a Plasencia cigar, it doesn't mean it's going to be Almaforte. There's range that any company could offer. But at least when it comes to construction and, I guess you could say, cigar wisdom, even if you're getting something cheaper from Plasencia, it still shouldn't be really a piece of shit because it's a world-renowned brand. So the price point I'm seeing on the internet on these, give or take, is around $13. So of course that's a petite price. On like a mid-tier, that probably should cost around $8-9. Because of course they got to make their money. It is what it is. They didn't make the cigar. The bands are, although detailed, very, I don't want to say stupid, but I feel if the bottom one's not bad, but the top one, here you go, it's just like a random, is that a bagpipe? Like, I don't know if that was a bagpipe or a guy got stabbed in the back 3 times, or is that a seahorse? I don't know. It says premium cigars. Glendon family. Glendon. Esteli. Yeah, okay. So it's a nice box press. So as far as the cigar, I can say nothing bad about the exterior, and I won't, because I don't lie. The band, it is what it is. When you're a smaller brand, that's a huge added cost. Now, with expensive bands. Now, when you're making 1 million cigars a year, you could spread that cost around, and maybe also get shit on credit. So, but when you're a small little company, it's a big added cost. It is what it is. Could they put a better band on this? Sure. Is it really relevant to me? No. At the same time, though, if there was a better band and I saw it, I might not think it's just some bullshit cigar. So, I'd rather have a good cigar and a bullshit band than the opposite. But at the same time, if you're charging $13 and you're walking out of a store and you're like, well, why should I smoke this? And if the band looks like cheap and shit, in your mind you might go, well, it's got to be a cheap cigar. But in this case, it's not. Now, it's not a cheap cigar in price, but it's not a garbage cigar. Just off the bat, because it's Plasencia. Now, there's range with Plasencia, but there's no way, in my opinion, it's going to be garbage. Unless if they told Plasencia, make us a $2 cigar. I did let it sit out all day, and it was out before, when I first got it, for a solid day, so no massive build up on humidity here. Okay. Mexican San Andreas. The rest will be Nicaragua. I'm turning my head because I'm using this wall here to blocking the what do you call it? the wind. And that match burned way too fast. That bothers me. I didn't get much out of that one. Got 2 matches left. Shit. Mexican San Andreas. Maduro. Draw is good. Draw is very good. Draw is good. And the cigar lit right up. No problems. So we're off to a good start. Mexican San Andreas, Maduro, and Nicaraguan tobacco generally go well. Pretty well. It depends on the quality of the tobacco using, of course, and the construction. Draw is good. I think it's burning. We'll see. It might be burning a little fast. Band is moving. We'll see. Now, like I said, I mean, it's always interesting when you get a cigar from a big company. In this case, like Plasencia, but it's not a Plasencia cigar. It is a boutique brand that had them make a cigar for them. The question is, how does that work all the time? Did they make a cigar and say, "Could you make this for us?" I've talked to another brand that told me, what they do is when they work with Plasencia, they see what they have and what they could offer them, what the price is, and and from there, they can make blends. Also, they could have cigars already made up that they haven't sold, and choose from something like that. So, in theory, could there be more than one boutique brand working with large companies and having a similar or same cigar? I mean, if the big company did that, you could say maybe that's a little unethical, but I don't think anybody probably would realize it. Because when you think about it, when a big company makes a lot of cigars for other people, it's kind of like a mercenary. Like, it's just about the money. It's not like Oliva or Fuente or Padron were like, we make the cigars for ourselves because my father used to make these cigars. Is what it is. Yes. So with a big conglomerate like Plasencia, they make a lot of cigars for a lot of other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that I wonder when it comes to making small batch stuff for other people, if it's just kind of like they come to them and they say, hey, we got 50 grand. How many cigars can we get? And maybe they say, hey, well, what quality do you want? We can give you, let's just say, 3,000 cigars or 5,000 cigars or 10,000. Depends on what quality you want, age, production quality, right? If it's just rolled like a house or yard cigar, like a factory smoke, that shit's just thrown together. They're making more than 100 cigars a day per roller. I hope you're doing well. And it was an exciting weekend, I guess. Exciting is the proper word. You see the mountains? You see it? So far the cigar is not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. It's a medium plus. I'm hoping it picks up. Although the black pepper spice is nice, and just slightly on the back end, the green pepper jalapeno spice. So it's got that going for it. I mean, off the bat, this is not going to be a cigar you're going to really find. And off the bat, look, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not bad, but off the bat, it's not blowing me away. So there's a lot of other cigars at $13, $14 you can get from Cosensi themselves, or Fuente, not Padron. You got to go up to the 64. It costs more than that. You know, Punch with the Golden Era, the Solus at the real price. All right, it's getting a little better right there. Right there. Right there, it's almost medium full. Okay. Maybe I was a little too mean. Hopefully it picks up. It doesn't feel like an exotic Mexican San Andreas. 3/4 darkness. And the strength is around 3/4. So it does have balance to it. The flavors are the usual suspects. Earth, black pepper spice. Rich roasted coffee. A little bit of dry cocoa. It's really not that sweet. And the jalapeno on the backside. So be careful, jalapeno on your backside. That sounds like a night in Tijuana that you don't want to talk about. Thank you, God. Well, that's what it is. Well, it's actually not bad. It's not an amazing cigar by any means, but it's a solid Mexican San Andreas Maduro cigar. $13, $14 price. That's debatable. I mean, you know, with this market and everything else, we're talking about lounge prices, you know. I mean, you're supporting a small operation. Obviously, it's made by someone big, but I mean, I get it. I can picture between the $8 to $10 mark, really what it should cost. I'm not talking about actual cost from the factory. I mean, just MSRP. This should be an $8 to $10 cigar. It's not a 13, 14. But is it a good stick? Sure. But see, that all I'm saying that all that means is just because something's good, it just means that it's not offering a high value for the price point. If that doesn't matter to you, that doesn't matter. And also, if you just want to try it out, yeah, try it out one cigar one time. You know. Ash is rather flaky and rather sloppy. Oh, look at that. Looks like a cat. It's got a face of a cat in there. You see that? God, I had a cat. I was a kid. Look at that face. It's got a cat in there. Meow, meow, meow. You see the eyes and the face? So we're, you know, halfway through the cigar. Drawing fine, no restriction. Not an open draw. The draw is good. You could definitely tell that the price point is higher than where the cigar is. And you can trust me on that, and why? Well, I don't know if you know that I've smoked a lot of different cigars, and especially I've smoked a lot of cigars from the same brand, meaning I smoked top to bottom on General, top to bottom within each brand, Cohiba, Punch, etc., Partagas, top to bottom, you know, with Fuente and Padron, etc. And the point is, though, so I'm pretty good at telling, you know, where something is or it isn't, you know. So, I mean, that needs a touch up there. I lit it great from the beginning, so it is what it is. You can see it's very loose, sloppy barely holding together ash. So I probably want to drop that in a second. Although the flavor's not bad. So I mean, it's nowhere near. Even like you see a lot of like Placencia cigars around this price, and those are definitely better cigars. And I don't smoke a lot of Placencia mid-tiers, but I've had them. And I don't even remember the names of those ones. They had the organic one, right? They had the like all the Fuegos, and I'm a Forte, those are higher end. But off the top of my head now, you don't see tons of like mid-tier at stores. Placencia makes some mid-tier stuff, and they're not bad. At a lounge, this would have been a good $8 cigar. Something along the lines of like an Inspirado or something like that. That's where this belongs. It is not a $13, $14 cigar. So, just to be honest, but is it still good? Sure. Still a good cigar. It's just, that's part of a cigar reviewing. You can't just say if it's good or not. I could do that. But sure, it's good. But, part of the value of a cigar, no, there's other cigars that could do what it's doing at much less. I'm going to drop that. The ash is holding on, but we're going to drop this. And I will do a touch up a little bit. So do I have any regrets smoking this? No. As far as, is this going to ruin my palate? No, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's good. What hurts this cigar is the price point. This would have been a good $8, $9 cigar at a lounge. And I feel like I'm just saying the same shit, but this is what I'm getting at it. Flavors have stayed the same, hasn't picked up in strength. Holding the smoke is quite nice. It's semi-intense, it's not very strong. It's like a gentle medium full. It's medium full and holding the smoke, but it's like a gentle medium full. So anyone could probably enjoy this cigar. Except charred wood's coming in now as well. It's a nice blend. This would have been, once you say it again, it would have been a good $8 cigar, not a $14 cigar. I'm just going to say that for the next 10 minutes and call it a night. Need some watermelon. Nobody cares. Hope you're doing well. As we end July 2023. The end. We're closing out summer, going to the last month of summer, and August always seems to go by fast. And then you get ready for the winter. That's depressing. You sound like an old man. Just wait till the snow comes around. Winter's coming. Oh man, here's what it is. I like the cigar though. I'd like to see it at $8. I feel like that would hurt someone's opinion if somebody, made a cigar and they didn't put it somewhere and they're like, "What'd you think?" "Oh, it was good, but not at that price point." And then somebody would say, "Well, how could you say that?" Well, if I would have kept my old videos, I'd have well over 2,000 videos. So think I know. Think about cigars and price points. On the side note, there's a guy that I'm not gonna say I'm a huge fan, and I'm not saying anything negative about the guy. Because what I mean is I haven't watched a lot of his videos, but I've definitely seen his videos over the years. I have nothing bad to say about the guy. He just seemed like a chill, regular, salt of the earth, regular working man cigar video channel, and I respect that. The Cut Light Smoke guy, because he was the only one I saw that did a review on this. So he popped up. I popped on his channel, looked at his videos. I haven't seen him videos in a while, and then seen all his videos stopped 2 years ago. And I was like, that's kind of strange because he had a pretty big channel, bigger than mine. I respect that, whatever. And but he just stopped. And then one of the comments said that he passed away, and he was a young guy. So if anyone knows anything about that, if he did pass away, first off, I want to say rest in peace to his family. He's way too young. He might have been younger than me. Said he died in 2022. But, that's a comment, but he had a pretty active channel and it just dropped off. But I only saw one comment about it, so it's just crazy. You have a big channel like that, and then wouldn't people just be asking, like, what's going on? Like, wouldn't, I don't know. I feel like there should be a clause for YouTube, like, if the YouTuber dies, like, there should be a YouTube funeral, like, at least, like, a 5-minute message. Hey, you can unsubscribe now. The guy, like, it's kind of a cold thing. It's just, when people make channels, it happened with the Dr. Joe channel. But Dr. Joe didn't die, not that I'm aware of, but Dr. Joe is from Long Island, I believe. But Dr. Joe just stopped making cigar videos. And he was one of my favorites. Not really a funny guy, but just tons of information. And he was really into Cuban cigars. And always smoking in his house, in like a man cave, which I thought was cool. And from what I heard with Dr. Joe is that he got sick or something. That's what I heard, and then he gave his cigars away, and basically the doctor told me he couldn't smoke anymore. Now, if that's all true 100%, I don't know. So I gotta think of something. If God forbid Richie passes away, what's my plan gonna be? I just need to have somebody. Because nobody else has access to make videos but me. But luckily we have the private chat. But then again, they could call Richie's phone. If you call Richie's phone for a few days and he doesn't answer and I'm not posting, I guess I'm in prison or I'm dead. But I'm not going to go to prison because I don't commit any crime. So I guess if you call Richie for a couple times I'm not there, I guess I bit the big one. It's bound to happen sometime. I'm not going to come back with the last third of the cigar at anything. If it changes crazy, this review really doesn't matter in the sense of this is not really a available cigar. It's a small boutique thing. And I'm not knocking that for the brand. I'm just saying it's very unlikely you're going to go to a shop and find this. And very unlikely you're going to go on the internet and have to have it. Because at $13, I mean, in this day and age, that's not cheap for a mid-tier cigar. I mean, there's plenty of other stuff, especially with like CBID. Like, man, there was just stuff on Cigar Page. They had Monte Cristo Espada Oscuros for sub $4 in Toro. They were $3.80. A box of 10. A box for $38. So, I mean, and that's a better cigar than this. And that's a Plasencia cigar. So, I know what I'm talking about. At the store, they sell that cigar $15. Normally on the internet, it'd probably go for $12, $13 in a box. Maybe $130 a box, So, $38 a box. That is a stupid price. But that's a special thing because they make so many of them. The point is, though, so that's a clear example of Plasencia working with Monte Cristo on a massive scale. And then Plasencia working with a small little, hole in the wall, and I respect that, whatever. Who do you think's going to get the better stuff? Because at this full price, $13, $14, that's the same price as a full price Espada at a lounge without gouging. And the Espada, besides the bands, my goodness, the bands are beautiful on the Espadas. But the Espada Oscuro is leaps and bounds from the same company, Plasencia. Now you figure out that one. So it is a good cigar. It's not great. It's a good cigar. It's enjoyable. But when something's not great, it just means that, I wouldn't go out and search for it. You know what I'm saying? No, it's one of those one night stands. You're gonna remember it here or there, but you're not gonna go looking for it. Unless you're really lonely. getting more of a briny sea salt on the back end too. So it's a nice stick, but there's better out there at that price point. And the construction on this, like I said, when Placencia makes something, there's different tiers. So, and I'll say it again, this would have been a good $7, $8, $9 cigar at a lounge price. So it is what it is. I can spot from a mile away when a cigar is trying to pretend it's higher than what it is, pretend it's better than what it is. So, you know, I think I've been saying that all night. I think a broken record. I'm not funny tonight. I'm not in a good mood. Maybe I shouldn't have smoked a cigar tonight. Well, anyways, I wish you well. Appreciate the brother Gio for the cigar. And it was a good stick. Not great. And you're not going to go out and search for it, so maybe this was just a stupid video. It is what it is.